Good morning, everyone. So, in the last lecture, what we have seen is breakdown mechanism. So, breakdown always occurs in a reverse bias that we have already seen. Two type of breakdown are there: avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown. Zener breakdown occurs at smaller voltages, smaller reverse voltages. However, the avalanche breakdown occurs at a larger reverse voltages. Okay, and what is the reason? The reason is since in Zener breakdown already the doping is high. So if the doping is high, already the electric field is strong near the junction, and if the electric field is already strong near the junction, it can create disruption in positive and negative charges, as well as it can create the tunneling. However, it's at a smaller reverse voltage. However, since the avalanche breakdown occurs in a lightly doped diodes where the internal electric field is not so strong. So what you need to do is you need to give external very strong electric field, and the depletion region width of the diode becomes very high. So when the charge carriers moves in the depletion region, their velocity increases, and because of the velocity their kinetic energy increases, and this creates the carrier multiplication. Because of the collision, the carriers generated, and these carriers get multiplied, and because of this multiplication, carrier multiplications, you get a larger current in a reverse bias. So these two types of breakdown we have already studied. Then, based on the Zener breakdown phenomena, we have one diode which is known as a Zener diode. So let's say if we make a diode which has a very high doping, let's say it's a P and it's a N, and it's a very high doping, it has a particular voltage, particular Zener voltage. We call this diode as a Zener diode. Okay, a strong electric field near the junction of the semiconductor will disrupt the bonding force within the atom, which generate the charge carriers and the tunneling effect. Okay, doping profile of semiconductor should be high if we wanted to make a Zener breakdown, if we wanted to have a Zener breakdown. So what is the characteristics of a Zener diode? So Zener diode, I told you in the last lecture also, make it something like this. Don't make it like this. Make it proper Z here, like this. And you have an N side here and you have a P side here. How does it work? What is the behavior? So in forward bias, it is same as that of the ordinary PN junction diode. The only thing is it may have a different knee voltage. That's it. It may have a higher knee voltage as compared to the normal diode, because here you have a very high doping, and we already know that whenever you have a very high doping, the knee voltage increases. Okay, so only thing is you may have the shifting, the right shifting of the curve like this. You may have the knee voltage at somewhere 0.8 or somewhere 0.9, but the nature of the graph, the nature will remain same. Nature of graph will remain same. Okay, in reverse bias mode diode, say as that of the ordinary PN junction diode. So this is the reason. In this region also, this behaves similarly exactly as the normal diode. Zener breakdown region. However, in the Zener diode, there is one more region known as Zener breakdown region. In this region, the diode is again get on. Normally, diode is off always in a reverse bias. But in this particular diode, it get on and maintain a constant voltage across the diode. Since now the current increases, but the voltage does not increase. Like in a forward bias, the voltage gets constant at 0.7 volt, current increases. Similarly, in case of a reverse bias and in the Zener breakdown region, the Zener voltage becomes constant. Now the voltage across the diode does not increases. maybe you have already done the p-n junction characteristics experiment in the lab. What you have seen in the experiment is, अगर आपने कर लिया है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, नहीं किया है तो मैं बताता हूँ. So आपने क्या देखा? You have seen in the Zener, in the case of a characteristics of a p-n junction diode, what you have seen is, let's say you have made this kind of a circuit. Let's say you have a diode here, you have a resistance here, you given some. Just let me check the connections because someone is saying on the chat that my voice is lagging. Just let me check the connections. Yes, it's maybe because it gets connected to the mobile. Just a minute. Let me connect it with the EXS Thapar. Okay, now the voice problem will not be there. No problem. Okay, so maybe in lab, what you have done is you have taken a circuit, something like this. You have a diode, you have a resistor, you have a variable power supply here. And let's say you have connected a meter here. And let's say you have connected a voltmeter here. Okay. Maybe in the lab you have connected the voltmeter here, no problem. बात एक ही है वो. डायोड आपने ऐसे लगाया होगा. So डायोड के across ही आपने लगाना है voltmeter. So this you have done. Maybe lab के अंदर आपने ऐसे किया हो, एक ही बात है वो. हो सकता है आपने ऐसे किया हो. डायोड ऐसे एंड वोल्टमीटर यहाँ पे लगा लिया हो, एक ही बात है. ओके. You need to find out the voltage across the diode. Okay. So what you have seen maybe in the laboratory, this is very very important. कई बार क्या होता है कि we do the experiment in the lab, but we don't know what is the outcome of this graph. Okay, what is the outcome of the readings? So outcome of the reading is very very important. So what you have seen is, when you have applied 100 millivolt, let's say when you have applied a 0.1 volt over here, you may be getting the voltage across the diode is 0.1 volt because the diode is not on. So whatever the voltage, whatever the energy you are giving, it's there across the diode. Okay, you have applied 0.2 volt, you will be getting 0.2 volt over here. Whenever you are applying 0.3 volt, you are getting 0.3 volt somewhere here. But whenever you are applying, let's say 0.7, so whatever the knee voltage of the diode, let's say 0.586 is the knee voltage of the diode. So you are getting 0.86, 0.586. And even if you are increasing the input voltage to 0.8, you are still getting 0.586. Even if you are increasing the voltage at 0.9, you are still getting 0.586 because now the voltage across the diode becomes constant and now the only current is increasing. Now if you have carefully seen the readings of whatever you get, you can see that the ID is continuously increasing. Here at 0.1, it may be in a picoampere. Here also it may be in a microampere. Here it may be also in a microampere. But here what you can say is 800 microampere. Then 1.2 milliampere. Then 1.5 milliampere. Like this, the current is only increasing, but the voltage is not increasing. It becomes constant. Okay. Why it becomes constant? Because now there is no energy required to raise the electron or hole's energy. Only thing is the energies is already, the energy band is already aligned. Now whatever the energy you are applying, these energies are basically to push the electron towards this side. That's it. In case of a reverse bias, what you have seen is, let's say you have applied -1 volt, you are getting -1 volt. If you are getting -2 volt, you are getting here -2 volt. Whatever the voltage you are applying, you are getting here. But in the Zener breakdown, if let's say the Zener breakdown is 50 volt, let's say -50 volt, it means that if you, even if you will apply -51 volt to the diode, you will get 50 volt across the diode. Very, very important thing. Even if you will apply -55 volt, you will get the 50 volt across the diode. Why? Because 50 volt is the breakdown voltage, meaning now the current will increase, the voltage will not increase. Okay, this is the main. Okay, now here it is written PIV. That is also important thing. PIV meaning it's a peak inverse voltage. This is a peak inverse voltage. What does it mean by peak inverse voltage? It's a very, very important concept. Let's say you are using a diode for a particular action. Let's say you are using a diode for a rectifier. Let's say you wanted to rectify the things. Let's say you wanted to convert it AC to DC, let's say. Okay. So in that case, what is happening is, बहुत ध्यान से इस चीज को समझना. Let's say you are applying a AC signal like this. And let's say the signal is going from plus 51 to minus 51. And let's say you have applied a diode. And since you wanted to get a rectifying kind of a action from that circuit, what you exactly need? You need the diode should conduct a current in a particular direction from P to N, let's say, but it should not conduct from N to P. That is what you want whenever you are rectifying the things. Rectifying meaning, let's say एक wire है, बहुत ध्यान से समझना, बहुत simple language के अंदर आपको समझा रहा हूँ. Let's say एक wire है. In wire, what is the meaning of AC? AC का meaning ये है, let's say AC with a 50 hertz frequency. What is the meaning? Its meaning is in 1 second, the electrons are moving. Sorry, let me again make a wire. Let's say we have a wire. So meaning the electrons are moving towards this side and electrons are moving towards this side also. This is the meaning of AC. AC का meaning ये है कि एक ही wire के अंदर the current is going from left to right also and the current is going from right to left also. Both sides the current is moving. Now the very simple thing is, if you want to convert this AC to DC, what you do is you put a diode over here. So whenever the current will go from this side to this side, it will allow, because it's a P to N and P to N always the diode allow. And whenever the current is coming from this side to meaning right to left, it will not allow, it will block the current because it's a P junction diode. It never allow the current from N to P. So very simply, you can make a rectifier circuit using a diode. Okay. Now let's say this is the diode and you have applied a 51 plus and minus 51. So what will happen is, even in the forward bias, it will conduct, and even in the reverse bias, it will conduct. Because in the reverse bias, you are giving a minus 51, which is greater than the breakdown voltage. So make sure whenever you are applying a diode in a circuit, make sure its reverse voltage, its applied reverse voltage should not be increased than PIV. So whenever you bought a PN junction diode, it comes with the specification of PIV. वहां पे लिखा हुआ आता है कि what is the peak inverse voltage, what is the maximum peak inverse voltage it can tolerate. So वो लिखा आता है, let's say it's 80 volt. What does it mean? Whenever you are applying this diode in a circuit, its voltage should not get exceed than minus 80 volt, because as soon as its voltage get increased than minus 80 volt, immediately this will conduct even in the reverse direction, and your purpose will get failed over there. आपका purpose immediately fail हो जाएगा. So make sure always that whenever you are applying a diode in a normal kind of a circuits where voltage regulation is not required, I'll tell you what is the voltage regulation later. So whenever voltage regulation is not required, the voltage across the diode should never be exceed than PIV. Always the reverse voltage, applied reverse voltage should be lesser than PIV. If it is 50 volt, it should be 49. If it should be 55, it should be till 54 like this. Okay. This is the meaning of peak inverse voltage. Next. So this is very simple slide. I think I do not need to go through this slide because it's simple KVL and KCL. Everyone knows. Let's say you have a circuit where you have a resistances, where you have a current I flowing through the circuits. You may have the voltage drop across R1, R2, and R3. No problem at all. You need to apply the KVL. KVL is simply, it's E minus V1 minus V2 minus V3 equal to 0. And what is V1? V1 is a voltage drop across R1 due to the current I. So it will be IR1. V2 is IR2. V3 is IR3. So simply you can get the current from over here. From current you can calculate. Similarly, you can apply the KCL. Sum of currents entering to a node will be equal to the sum of the currents leaving that node. It's very, very easy. So directly you can apply the KCL. It's not very tough. ये सिर्फ इसलिए कि कहीं ना कहीं डायोड में अगर यूज करने के लिए आ जाता है. So how to apply that? But you already know this thing. Now, load line analysis of a PN junction diode. So till now what we have seen. First, let me clear. Till now what we have seen, so that अभी एकदम से confusion ना हो कि पता नहीं क्या क्या चीजें चल रही हैं. Till now we have seen a PN junction diode. बहुत कूलली चीजों को लेना है, बहुत ज्यादा ऐसे नहीं कि पता नहीं क्या क्या चीजें हो गई. बहुत सिंपल. It's a PN junction diode we have done. What we have done is, agar no biasing, if no bias, current is equal to 0. If forward bias, there is a majority current, or you can call it a diffusion current. If there is a reverse bias, there is a minority current due to minority. You can also call it a drift current. The current equation of a diode is equal to ID e to the power QVD divided by NKT minus 1. Like this. And what we have also seen is like this breakdown mechanism. Okay, let me go back. Yes, one more thing, equivalent circuits and then diode resistances. Yes, then we have seen the equivalent resistance, equivalent circuits. Equivalent circuit meaning either you can replace a silicon diode with a ideal diode. This is the ideal diode model. Or you can replace a silicon diode with a diode, ideal diode, and a battery of 0.7 and a resistance of 10 ohm. This we have seen. This is a piecewise linear model. And simplified equivalent model. In that model, what we have seen is that silicon can be replaced with an ideal diode and a battery like this. We have also seen the diode resistances. Diode resistance is not a tough task. It's a very, very easy. If it is a DC biased, RDC simply can be calculated as V equal to IR, R equal to V, whatever the voltage you have applied and whatever the current is there across the diode. RAC is delta VD divided by delta ID. However, R average, it's a V over I point to point. Okay, these things we have already seen, and the breakdown mechanism also we have seen, the Zener diode and a avalanche. So till now we have seen how does a diode work, what is the diode resistance, how we can replace the diode in an external circuit, and we have two breakdowns known as Zener and avalanche. Now come to the applied part. Whatever the knowledge we have taken till now, based on that, how should we apply these knowledge whenever we are solving a circuit? Okay, let's say we start with a very, very simple circuit in which we have a battery, we have one diode, and we have one resistance. Resistance to limit the current, diode को पढ़ रहे हैं इसलिए battery, क्योंकि बिना बैटरी के कोई सर्किट का मीनिंग नहीं. Okay. So let's start with this. So how we can solve this circuit? So there are two methods to solve this circuit. Okay, two methods. ध्यान रखना. एक method होता है whenever the diode characteristics is given to you. Let's say the diode characteristics is given to you कि भैया ये diode will work like this. At this voltage, this will be the current. 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 Characteristics is given to you. The another thing is characteristics is not given to you. You have to solve this circuit using some model. So now you can apply either ideal model, simplified model, or piecewise linear model. Whatever the model you can apply over here, and you can simply solve it. कोई problem ही नहीं बचेगी because this diode will be replaced by an ideal diode plus a battery. So this will simply a KVL. आपको एक बैटरी यहाँ है, एक यहाँ पे बैटरी हो जाएगी, एंड वन बैटरी इज ओवर हियर रेजिस्टेंस. सो दिस क्वेश्चन विल सिमिलरली टू दिस. ये बिल्कुल ऐसा का ऐसा एक क्वेश्चन आपका हो जाएगा. बट in case if the characteristics are given, then you cannot apply the models over here. Then you need to do the load line analysis. What is the meaning of load line analysis? So this resistance, because you are calculating the voltage across this resistance is known as a load resistance. ये आपका load resistance है. Load meaning whatever the load you are applying over here. It may be LED, it may be anything else. Whatever the resistance you are applying, it's a load resistance basic. यहाँ पे आप अपने घर का कोई appliances पे लगा सकते हैं, and whatever the resistance of that appliances will be known as a load resistance. Okay. What is the meaning of load line analysis? So now let's say this is the characteristics of the diode. बहुत ध्यान से समझना. Let's say this is the characteristics of the diode. What does it mean? It means that the diode can have this volt and this much current. Diode can be applied to this much of voltage and this much of current. Diode can have this much of voltage and this much of current. So many points are over there on this graph. Infinite points are there on this graph. Diode may be applied to any of this point, but depending upon what is the voltage and what is the resistance you have applied in the circuit, that will decide on what point actually the diode is biased. Depending upon resistance, if the resistance will be very, very high, there will be a small current flowing through it, and it may be working, it may be biased at this point. If the resistance is, let's say, smaller, it may be biased at this point. If the resistance is even much more smaller, then this may be biased at this point. So how to find out that point, that at which VD and at which ID this is biased? Okay, so this is known as a load line analysis, and this you can only do whenever there is a characteristics given. Remember, always I am again and again I am saying whenever the characteristics is given. Agar characteristics given nahi hai, tab to aap simply what you will say is VD is equal to 0.7 volt. Aap directly assume kar lenge because the model says always the diode ke across voltage, if it is a silicon diode, it's a 0.7. So you will directly assume it's a 0.7 volt, and let's say if the battery is 5 volt, you will assume that here the load voltage is 4.3. And you can simply, if the resistance is given, you can simply find out the current also. But if the characteristics is given, you need to find out the voltage and current from the characteristics of the diode. Okay. If this thing is clear, now how to do this load line analysis? So you need to find a load line. One characteristics is of the diode. एक तो diode की characteristics होती है, जो आपने लगाया है उसकी characteristics आपको दी हुई है. Let's say this is the characteristics of the diode, and one characteristics is always of the load. Load की characteristics होती है. यहाँ पे load अलग अलग तरीके के हो सकते हैं, उनकी characteristics अलग अलग हो सकती हैं. But आपके syllabus में ऐसा कभी नहीं आएगा कि here instead of a resistance you have a something different kind of a load. It may be. But in your syllabus, always you will come across with a load which is a resistance. So always resistance की भी अपनी एक characteristics होती है. Resistance कैसे काम करता है आपको पता है, V equal to IR. इसकी अपनी एक resistance की अपनी एक characteristics होती है, जिसको VI plot के ऊपर इस तरीके से plot करते हैं. Similarly, diode की एक characteristics है. So what we have to do is we have to merge both the characteristics, and at whatever point they are intersecting, meaning that is their satisfactory point, meaning at that point the diode is working. So now how to find the load characteristics? आप load की characteristics को कैसे find out करेंगे? So let's assume that VD is the voltage drop across the diode, and let's assume ID is the current flowing through the diode. Apply KVL, VI minus VD minus IDRL equal to 0. So what is the equation? VI equal to VD plus IDRL. So this equation is something y equal to mx plus c. So now you have to you have to draw this equation on this graph. Here you have ID on y-axis, VD on x-axis. आपको simply इस equation को इस graph के ऊपर plot करना है. So plot करने के लिए आप 2 point ले लेते हैं because आपको पता है this is a linear equation. So आपने क्या किया? First point, if VD equal to let's say 0, अगर हम x-axis के ऊपर हैं, let's say VD equal to 0, what ID you are getting is ID is getting VI divided by RL. Now VI divided by RL की अपनी कोई वैल्यू होगी, let's say that point comes over here, वो point let's say यहाँ पर आता है ग्राफ के ऊपर ID, and let's say if ID equal to 0, what is VD? VD is equal to VI. उस VI की कुछ वैल्यू होगी, because ये तो मैंने general, I have taken a general kind of a question. In question you will be getting VI something 5 volt, let's say. So you have let's say applied VI over here, let's say वो VI का point यहाँ आता है, and since it's a linear equation, so you have connect these 2 points, and whatever points this get intersect with the diode characteristics, that will be your operating point, because diode can operate at any point, diode को कोई problem नहीं है, but depending upon whatever the load you have and depending upon whatever the VI you have, you can have only one point on which the circuit is working. And how will you get that point? Wherever these two characteristics are intersecting, that will be your working point, bias point, Q point, quiescent point भी इसको बोलते हैं, Q point इसको short के अंदर बोलते हैं. Okay. Now इसमें कई क्वेश्चंस आपके क्विज के हिसाब से आ जाते हैं. What are the different questions can be made over here? Let's say if you are increasing the RL, what do you think where the Q point will shift? So it's very, very simple now. If you are going to increase RL, meaning this point is going to shift towards downside, definitely, because RL is in denominator. So if RL is going to increase, definitely this term value is going to decrease. So you may have the load line like this, you may have the load line like this. So what does it mean? The Q point will be shifted towards left side की तरफ आपका धीरे धीरे Q point shift होगा, meaning आपका VD Q ID दोनों के दोनों decrease हो जाएंगे. Both the VD and ID will decrease if you will increase the RL. Okay. If you will decrease the RL, ऐसा कोई question आ सकता है, then definitely this Q point will shift towards the right side. ID and VD both will increase. If you are going to increase VI, what is going to happen? So this line will shift parallelly this line will shift, है ना? दोबारा देख लेते हैं अगर नहीं समझ में आया. So this is, let's say, the graph. Let me rub it. Okay. So if you are going to increase VI, what do you think? Because if you are going to increase VI, definitely this will increase and definitely this will also increase. So you may have the shifting of the load line like this. If you are going to decrease the VI, the shifting of load line will like this. I hope everything is clear.
Yes.
Assume करके चल रहा हूँ कि clear है, क्योंकि बोलते तो हो ही नहीं तो इसलिए पता नहीं चल पाता है. ठीक है. Okay. So this is how you have to do the load line analysis. So इसमें let's say now it was a general kind of a thing. Let's take a question over here. Let's say this is 4 volt and let's say this is 1 kilo ohm and let's say this is the diode characteristics given to you. So what you have to find out, directly, you no need to do all this KVL and all things. It's very, very easy. What you can directly find out, लेकिन डायरेक्टली में ये रहता है कि कई बार याद ना रहे आपको, इसलिए ये लोड लाइन एनालिसिस और ये केबीएल लगाना इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. अदरवाइज डायरेक्टली हाउ यू कैन डू इज यू कैन डायरेक्टली फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज द VI by RL. So VI by RL, 4 volt divided by 1 kilo ohm, 4 volt divided by 1 kilo ohm will give you a 4 milliampere. So what you need to do is on this axis जो भी आपको ग्राफ दिया होगा 4 milliampere पे एक पॉइंट आप ड्रॉ कर लेंगे. And what is VI? VI is 4 volt. So here at 4 volt you will draw one more point and in दोनों को मिलाते हुए you will draw a line. And wherever this line will intersect, आप उस ग्राफ के अंदर देख लेंगे what is the voltage over this vertical draw करके, दो perpendicular draw करके, and यहाँ पे perpendicular आप जब draw करेंगे you will get the IDQ and you will get the VDQ. Q इसलिए लगा रहे हैं because on whatever point this diode is biased, that point is known as Q point. उस point को हम कहते हैं Q point. Okay, that's why we are applying over here is subscript Q, VDQ and IDQ. There may be many VD and many ID, but on what point it is biased, that is known as a VDQ and IDQ. Okay, moving ahead. Series and parallel combination of diodes. So sometimes you will come across with very simple questions like a diode is kept in a series, and let's say the diode is kept in a parallel to the battery, or let's say it's in series with the battery. So you need to solve it. So it's very, very simple. Let's say two diodes are given over here, the RL, you have a E battery. So two cases can be arises. One, if E is greater than VD1 plus VD2, it's very simple. D1 and D2 both are in forward bias. If let's say, so simply you can replace it with the forward bias conditions, meaning अगर आप इसको solve कर रहे हैं ideal model से, so you can simply short it. अगर आप इसको simplified linear model से कर रहे हैं, so simply you can have a 0.7 battery over here and 0.7 battery over here and two resistances of 10 ohm and 10 ohm. You have a simple battery resistor ka combination ka one question you can have. So simply you can apply a KVL and you can find out the result. Okay, the second condition is if VE is less than VD1 plus VD2. What is VD1 and VD2? VD1 and VD2 is 0.7. If it is not, characteristics is not given, directly you can take 0.7. So 0.7 plus 0.7 is equal to 1.4. So if the battery is less than 1.4, definitely D1 and D2 both will be off. आप कभी भी ऐसा नहीं करेंगे कि एक को ऑन कर देंगे और एनालिसिस कर लेंगे. अरे एक ऑन है और दूसरा ऑफ है, so सर्किट तो ऑफ ही है. So the D1 and D2 both will be off. So whenever the E is greater than VD1 plus VD2, so simply diode will be replaced by an ideal diode. This battery will be there, VD1, VD2. Simply you can apply the KVL as I was saying right now. So if you will apply the KVL, E minus VD1 minus VD2 minus IRL equal to 0, you will get I and you will get V also. If E is less than VD1 plus VD2, that means that it's off. If off, I equal to 0 and VL equal to 0, because this is at ground. So definitely if there is no current, so it will be at ground. Other terminal will also be at 0. So VL will be 0. So this is a series combination of a diode. One questions can come on this kind of a सर्किट. एक सर्किट छोटा सा सर्किट दिया होगा जिसमें वोल्टेज यहाँ पे कुछ बैटरी का दिया होगा 4 वोल्ट, यहाँ पे कुछ रेजिस्टेंस दिया होगा 1 किलो ओम, दो डायोड लगे होंगे, 3 डायोड लगे होंगे. You have to do that. Simple question. Now, in series also, there is another kind of a question like this. Like this. Here, since both the diodes are ideal, since this is a forward, this is a reverse, so definitely there is no current. I equal to 0, VL equal to 0 again. Very simple. And there are so many questions given in Boyle-State book. आप वहां से बाकी और भी अगर आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग करनी है, यहाँ पे तो 2 या 3 एग्जांपल्स have given to you. If you wanted to practice more, you can go to Boyle-State book. In that, I think so many questions are given over there. Now, the parallel combinations. In parallel, what does it mean a parallel? Parallel meaning the diode is connected parallel to the battery. Okay, so this is the question, very, very simple. What you can do is always, let's say in a parallel, so you need to find out that whether the diode is in a forward bias or reverse bias. If it is in a forward bias, you need to replace it with the 0.7 volt battery. D2 also in a forward bias, because this is P and this is N, and P is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. This is P, this is N. So P is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. So definitely both the diodes in a forward bias. If in a forward bias, plus 0.7 plus 0.7, and you need to find out the, let's say, output. So output is going to be 0.7 volt, because इस ब्रांच के अक्रॉस भी अगर 0.7 है, so यहाँ पे भी आपका कितना आएगा, 0.7 आएगा. Okay, if this is the case, this D1 is forward, D2 is reverse. So definitely you can make it open over here and you can make it close over here. So again, output will be 0.7, because ये तो खत्म हो जाएगा and यहाँ पे डायोड के across 0.7 volt है. So whatever the voltage you are getting here, ये इस branch के equal होगा. So you will be getting 0.7 over here. And simply you can solve this circuit using applying KVL. आप simply KVL apply कर सकते हो इसमें. E minus IR minus 0.7 equal to 0. So I equal to E minus 0.7 divided by R. So this is your simple formula based questions you can get in the exams. Okay, what is the time? कहीं time कुछ पढ़ तो नहीं गया, मुझे screen पे दिखता नहीं है. Just a second, let me make it 9:30. So it's 10 minutes are there. अच्छा, आप लोग हो यहीं पे, ये चले गए हो सब के सब?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
चलो हो. वैसे सॉरी मैंने ये लगाया भी नहीं था. ओके, अब मुझे वॉइस आपकी आएगी भी. सो थैंक यू, यू आर देयर. क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कोई बोल ही नहीं रहा है, बट मेरी भी गलती थी, मैंने भी ये लगाया नहीं था. सो यस. So 10 minutes are there. So let's start a new topic, which is a rectifier. Rectifier meaning it's application of a diode, है ना? ये application हो गया diode का. अभी तक की हमारी जो knowledge है diode की, उससे हम clearly we can understood that this can be used as a rectifier, because what I told you just now, that let's say you have wire. In wire, if the current is going like this from both the direction, it is AC. If you wanted to have a circuit, or let's say हमें जरूरत है, let's say that the current should go only in one direction, only in one direction, only in one direction. So what we can simply do is we can place a diode over here. It will solve our purpose, है ना? So an electronic circuit which is used to convert AC into DC is known as a rectifier circuit. Okay, there are two types of rectifier: half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. Okay, half wave meaning, let's say you are giving AC signal and let's say it's converting into DC, but only in the half portion of the wave, only in the half portion of wave, either on positive or negative, है ना? कोई सी भी एक कर रहा है पर एक को ब्लॉक कर रहा है, that is known as a rectifier, half wave rectification. Full wave rectification can be done via two different ways. One is center tapped full wave rectifier, the another one is bridge wave full wave rectifier. Bridge full wave rectifier. Okay, so we will go one this, second this, and third this. तीनों के तीनों हम देखेंगे. So let me start with the half wave rectifier. So in half wave rectifier, let's say generally this is the circuit for a rectifier. You have a transformer over here, you have a AC signal over here, then you have a primary coil of this transformer and you have a secondary coil of this transformer. You have a diode. आपका ये एक wire था, wire के बीच में you have placed one diode and you have a resistance, load resistance. You are finding out the voltage across the load resistance. You are applying a AC signal over here. What is the AC signal? AC signal is something like this. It can be a sinusoidal, it can be a triangular, it can be a square wave, anything can be there. Okay, so now whenever you are applying a positive half cycle of the signal, the positive half cycle we are applying, what will happen? This secondary coil, the upper portion of the secondary coil will become positive and this will become, let's say, negative. Okay, if this is the case, definitely this diode, let's say this diode is an ideal diode. We are not considering over here the silicon diode. Let's first understand with the ideal diode. अगर ideal diode से समझ में आ गया तो silicon से आ ही जाएगा. 0.7 volt की बस एक बैटरी लगानी रह जाएगी. Everything will be the same. So let's say this is positive and this is negative. As soon as this becomes positive, since this is the P end of the diode and this is the N end of the diode, this diode becomes forward bias. And we know that if this is an ideal diode and it becomes in a forward bias, no need to replace it with the battery and all. It's simply a closed switch, simply a zero resistance metal wire. So we have replaced it with the closed switch. Now you have simple one voltage over here and one resistance over here. You can directly find out what is the output. Output voltage will be same as the input voltage, क्योंकि और तो कहीं इसमें ड्रॉप ही नहीं हो रहा. सिंपली आपके पास एक बैटरी लगी हुई है यहाँ पे, you have a battery and you have a resistance. कहीं पे भी ड्रॉप हो ही नहीं रहा है. Whatever the voltage you are applying over here, it's getting over here. ये सारा का सारा ट्रांसफर हो जा रहा है यहाँ पे, complete transfer, because kahin pe kahin drop hi nahi ho raha. So what is the output you will get? You will get the output V naught equal to VI. Whatever the VI, whatever the V input is, you will get the output V naught. If the input is VM, the output is VM. If the input is 0, the output is 0. So let's say that if the input is going from 0 to VM, so the output has to go from 0 to VM, the same output. जैसा जैसा इनपुट चलता जाएगा वैसा वैसा आउटपुट, बिकॉज आउटपुट इज इक्वल टू VI. एंड व्हाट इज VI? VI has this kind of a shape, 0 to VM and VM to back to 0. So definitely you will get the same output. So this is the output you will get, exactly similar. Okay, in the negative half cycle, let's say pi to 2 pi, negative half cycle, this will become negative and this will become positive. So the diode get off, because this becomes in a reverse bias, because P is connected to minus and is connected to positive. So this will become reverse bias, meaning it becomes an open switch. If it becomes an open switch, immediately this circuit get break, output will be 0. If output will be 0, you will not get any output between pi to 2 pi. I will also be 0 in this case. However, in this case, what will be the I? I will be simply VI divided by RL. VI divided by RL. So the shape of the I, since VI is moving like this, so the shape of the I will be similar to this. The magnitude can be different, because depending upon the value of RL, you can have a different magnitude. But the shape of the current will be the same. Now, the very, very important thing is how to draw the characteristics. So if you wanted to draw the characteristics, you need to draw something like this. So let's say this is your input voltage. Let's say this is your VIN, and on x-axis, here you have a time. And let's say you wanted to draw the output. So you need to draw the output something like this. So the input is same as output is same as input over here till this time, and then it becomes 0. Mostly student, what they do in the exam, they make VIN somewhere here at the previous page. जैसे ही वो स्टार्ट करते हैं क्वेश्चन करना, वो यहाँ पे कहीं पहले पेज पे बना देते हैं VIN and T, एंड कहीं नेक्स्ट पेज पे जाके, ऐसे नेक्स्ट पेज आता है, यहाँ जाके नेक्स्ट पेज पे जाके यहाँ कहीं बना देते हैं आउटपुट. नो, V इनपुट एंड V आउटपुट हैज टू बी, ये सिंक्रोनाइजेशन में होने चाहिए. दोनों के दोनों एक दूसरे के पैरेलली बनने चाहिए. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स क्या करते हैं, दूसरे पेज पे नहीं जाते. सो व्हाट दे डू इज दे मेक ओवर हियर V in like this, and they make output over here. Let's say not here, let's say here. Let me tell you what I wanted to tell you. They make over here and they make like this. So the complete meaning of this graph get changed. ऐसा लगता है देखने में कि okay, in positive half cycle there is nothing, in negative half cycle this is the output, and in next positive half cycle the output is 0. It something looks like this. So always make it parallelly. ये अगर आपने यहाँ पे भी input लिया है, or if you don't want to make it parallelly, let's define x-axis. It's 0, it's pi, it's 2 pi like this. So तब आप कहीं पे भी बनाएं कि in positive half cycle 0 to pi like this, 0 to pi and 2 pi to 2 pi, it's 0 like this. Proper labeling करें, otherwise parallelly draw करें input to output. Okay, so now what is the input? So input is something like this. This is what I was telling you. So ये line आपकी same होनी चाहिए. Y-axis has to be same for all the graph. X-axis may be different. Y-axis has to be same. So what is the output? Output is same as input in a positive half cycle till this. In negative half cycle, the output is 0. In again positive half cycle, the output is same as input. And then in again negative half cycle, the output is 0. What is the current? Current is Vm divided by RL is the maximum. However, the current is Vi divided by RL. So when Vi is 0, the current is 0. When Vi is increasing, the current is increasing. What is the maximum value? What is the maximum voltage? So maximum voltage is Vm. So Vm divided by RL. So this will be the output current. What will be the voltage across the diode? So definitely when the positive half cycle, this is very, very important. Very, very important. In the positive half cycle, the voltage across the diode becomes 0 because it immediately gets shorted. ये immediately आपने क्या बना दिया? Short circuit. जैसे आपने short circuit बना दिया तो यहाँ voltage और यहाँ voltage ये तो same हो गया. ये तो एक simple wire है तो ये voltage और ये voltage same है तो voltage difference across the diode is 0. So whenever there is a forward bias, the voltage across the diode becomes 0. Whenever the negative half cycle is coming, whatever the what is the voltage across the diode? Since this becomes open circuit, so जो voltage आप यहाँ लगा रहे हो negative to plus, so वो across ये negative वाला यहाँ आ गया और ये positive वाला घूम के यहाँ आ गया, तो diode के across जो voltage आप लगा रहे हो, that is the voltage across the diode. Since it becomes open, so ये दोनों end open end के बीच में आपने ये input voltage लगा दिया. That's why in positive half cycle you have a 0 volt, however in negative half cycle you have a same input. जो input आपने लगाया वही voltage across the diode you are getting. I hope this is clear. Now आप लोग तो कह नहीं रहे हो, but I think I need to
Time हो गया.
हाँ, yes, तुम लोग तो बोल ही नहीं रहे हो, but it's 9:40, so let me stop. Let me end the meeting over here. So we'll meet in the next class. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
सर आप YouTube पे डालोगे ना ये लेक्चर?
हाँ मैं डाल दूंगा आज. मैंने वो शायद लास्ट वाला डाला नहीं है, आज मैं डाल दूंगा. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.